Welcome to Psychic Cowgirl Radio with Shannon Lackman. Practical, insightful conversations to empower and inspire you on your personal journey. From her cattle ranch in Alberta, this sassy psychic cowgirl uses her connections to universal energies to guide you to greater awareness and wisdom.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. It is a lovely day here, hoping for some rain. If you all recall, last year we were dealing with fires at this time, and it was very frightening. So I'm going to leap right in. So today I want to talk about comfort zones. So I stepped, strolled, ran, drove out of my comfort zone on the weekend. So I'm an introvert. I like to stay home. I need the downtime. I have to balance that, and I have to say that with everything that's gone on in our world, and we all stayed home more, I like it. But I also know that I need to get out and do things, which is why I have part-time town jobs, just so that I will do that. So being, the laughing yoga facilitator, but I haven't done much with it yet. Dealing with life issues. And so there was a conference in Canmore, Alberta, a laughing yoga conference. And I debated on going because I love Canmore, the mountains. I wanted to go to Canmore. And actually for the last few years, I wanted to find some sort of retreat in the mountains, but I wasn't sure. And I overthought it a lot. Lots of you know what that feels like. So I almost booked a wedding for that weekend, and then they went with someone else. I'm like, okay, that's a sign. And so I called my outgoing, extroverted friend who loves new experiences and challenges and is really good at it. And I said, I need to talk to you. And lo and behold, craziness, she wanted to go with me. And I was like, oh, perfect. For all you introverts who, sometimes it doesn't feel comfortable to go places and do things, you need to call your extroverted friend and have her go with you. Because it is fabulous, right? And so we did, and it was amazing. Also, parts of it were challenging because, that's the thing when you get out of your comfort zone and you're overthinking it, it's because you're not totally wrong. There are going to be parts that are hard, right? And we're trying to, we don't want hard. We don't want challenging. We want easy. But stepping out of your comfort zone, that's not the experience, right? If you're stepping out of your comfort zone, there is going to be challenges. I was just reading an article from a Harvard education site, and it was the science of comfort zone. And they're actually used a perfect example there about people running marathons. Look at how many people have gotten into that over the last few years because it totally gets you out of your comfort zone. But it gives you a goal, a challenge, and it's hard, but it's worth it, and there's so much learning and growth because, if we're not emotionally growing, then we feel stuck, right? And so it's interesting. And there's lots of benefits of leaving your comfort zone. So even though some parts of my weekend were challenging, and I'll tell you why. So the Laughter Yoga Conference, and, of course, lots of laughing, and that's amazing, and it was fun. We had a dance party, and I met amazing new people. But as you all know, I'm grieving, right, and dealing with some challenging family situations. And so the speakers on Saturday morning, one of them was about grief, and I knew I was prepared. What I wasn't prepared for is the presentation before that, where a laughter yoga lady, she called herself a mirthologist, which is delightful, shared a story of her journey, and there was a death in it, and it was very emotional, and I was not prepared for that, and being the introvert, I will not break down in public. It's like not even out of my comfort zone. It's just I shut down. I like to process in private. So I held it together while people around me were not. And I'm like, okay, well, I got through that. And then it was the lady about trauma and grief. That about did me in, but I held it together. And then there was a comedian guy, which was awesome, shifted the energy a little bit. But then we did breath work, was the next one I'd signed up for. But it was busy on either side of us, so it wasn't quiet breath work. And I don't even see. Can you feel my energy with that? As much as I love breath work, that wasn't conducive to what I needed. And that's no one's fault at all. So then we had lunch, and I went to my room for a little bit. I kept taking little breaks and going for little walks. And then there was another lady, and she was amazing. She teaches at Stanford and was showing us some cool stuff. And then there was some group exercises, and I left. Luckily, the universe had my back, and I was in a group, and there was 3 of us, and I just looked at the ladies, and I said, my tummy's upset. I need to go. Sorry, I'm ditching you, and I left. And I went to my room, and I had a big crying meltdown, and I'm like, okay. I was actually ready to pack up my stuff and go home. I was done. I was like, there was so much emotions, and I'm still processing, and all of it. I was done. I was done peopling. I was done. So I just sat on my balcony and soaked in the mountain energy and just said to myself, okay, the next thing we're doing is acts of kindness, and we get to go outside and do a walk or a drive. I wasn't sure what we were doing. We teamed up with our leader, and it turns out it was a walk, and there was 4 of us, and it was perfect because 3 of us were a little more introverted, and then we had my extroverted friend who did all the work for us. We picked up some garbage, and then we were handing out Laughter International yoga cards that there was a big laughter yoga in the park on Sunday, and it was open to the public. And so she would go talk to people, and then we would support her and laugh, and sometimes we were just visiting, and we talked about a lot of things. We talked about comfort zones. We talked about anxiety. We shared tips and tools, and it was perfect, especially being outside, walking in the forest. I give my pal credit because it's not really her thing, but she came with us, and she did her thing, and she was perfect. I told her she should have a side gig supporting her introverted friends when they have to do difficult things. So that was enough, because that was about an hour and a half, to reset my energy, and I could handle the rest of the situations. Because after that, we were in a noisy situation, and it was busy, and yeah. So stepping out of my comfort zone was huge. I actually, the next morning, we did a bunch of stuff, and then I didn't stay for the laughter in the park, which I kind of wish I would have done things different. We actually ended up going Thursday afternoon. I would have switched it up and went Friday and then stayed Sunday night and came home Monday. And I considered it, but there was so much to process. There was a speaker that, the last speaker that I saw that morning, he was so full of good information, especially with what I'm dealing with. So full of great information when dealing with conflict and how to, navigate it all that I needed to process. And there's nothing like a 4.5-hour drive to process. I was actually going to do a side quest, and I missed my turn off, and I'm like, that's fine. I'll just process this, because I didn't get home until, like, just before supper, and it was okay that I missed my side quest. I was also considering visiting a friend that I haven't seen in years, but I needed to go. I needed to process. It was interesting because when we were making plans for this, I was going to drive to my friend's house and we were going to go together, but there was a big energy that I needed to go separately. I needed to have my own car there, her own car there, and I didn't know if there was a side quest we would each take. I didn't know why, but I felt it super strong. And I think what it was is I needed to have the option, the choice, the possibility to be able to leave if I needed to, where I wasn't messing up anyone else's experience. Because I certainly considered it. I was a mess. And so, you know, that's the beauty, the beauty and the messiness of stepping out of your comfort zone, especially with our life, right? We're dealing with so many pieces, and it's just not always flowy, right? And we have to just be in that energy of not always flowy, feel what we feel, see what we see, hear what we hear, know what we know, and it's okay to step out of your comfort zone. And when it gets messy, remove yourself. You know, it's just like when I'm working with my livestock, I always have an escape route. And I have found that's the key for me to deal with challenging situations. I always have an escape route. I always have an exit strategy, a backup plan. I always need to know that I can get myself out. And that it's my choice in staying or leaving. My choice. That's what helps me get through it. It's interesting, right? So I'm going to encourage you to find out, like figure out for yourself, like cultivate that awareness of, you know, if you're having new experiences and you're stepping out of your comfort zone, which I strongly encourage, I would go back again. I would do things a little differently, but I would 100% go back again. Find out what you need to do for yourself so that you can handle it when the challenges pop up. Because that's, I mean, it's all soul growth, spiritual growth, emotional growth, doing things that challenge you, doing things where you're learning something new about yourself, having new experiences. The fantastic part, though, all the amazing people that I met. Plus the mountains. They were, like, that was amazing. Like, just soaking in that mountain energy was like, I couldn't stop grinning. And I met so many delightful people from all over the world, and that was worth it. Because, you know, part of my comfort zone challenge was, you know, I'm grieving and I'm feeling like I'm not my sparkly, shiny self all the time, and I don't want to bring that energy to situations. For some reason, I feel like I shouldn't, and it's weird, but it's true. And so I feel a little reserved in meeting new people. But in the first 10 minutes, I met a lady, and oh my gosh, I love her energy. She is so delightful, so delightful. For my friends in Medicine Hat, you need to meet her. She's amazing. And then I met some amazing ladies from Calgary, Australia, Uruguay, Utah, Manitoba, Winnipeg area, like all over. And they were so delightful, so delightful. It was, there's no words. And so I'm going to encourage you, even though it feels scary, do something. Because the fantastic parts were well worth it. They were worth working through the challenging parts. And we're here for soul growth and emotional growth and spiritual growth and all the growth. So even if it's a baby step, something small that gets you out of the comfort zone, let's shake and shift our energies. right? I mean, the whole laughter yoga thing gets us out of our comfort zone. That's one of its main goals. And so I love it. And I will be starting to do laughter yoga parties and a whole bunch of things with that to help support all of you getting out of your comfort zone and making space for new fun things, experiences. Okay, so let's do the chakra cleanse and balance. And we're setting the intention with this one to release overthinking because, man, I could have overthought. You know what? One of my things, though, is I'll pay for something because then I don't want to lose that money. My frugal nature wins out, so I'm going. And I want you to, so let's do this meditation to release overthinking and invite us choosing to do something that gets us out of our comfort zone and is a new experience. All right, let's go ahead and do the chakra balance now.
As you become aware of your breathing, just notice it for a few moments. Take these moments to appreciate your breath. Then, let's take 3 big deep breaths as deeply as you can. As you begin to release and let go. These are the breaths that signal it's time to go within. As your normal, natural breathing begins to occur, allow the sense of imagining a gentle, warm, balmy breeze as it wafts around your body, around your head, neck, and shoulders. And as with every breath, as this breeze continues to move gently around your body, you gently and easily begin to release and let go, becoming more and more comfortable with every breath. Across the upper back, circling around through your chest, a warm and nurturing feeling as this breeze continues to comfort you. Down both arms, hands, and fingers as you release and let go. Just letting go now. And with every breath you take, you may begin to wonder, are you breathing the breeze, or is the breeze breathing you? With every breath, the breeze continues, circling around through your mid-back and around through your solar plexus. Every breath taking you deeper and deeper into relaxation and comfort. This gentle sensation of the warm, balmy breeze as it continues around through the lower back and circling around through your abs, release and letting go. Becoming more and more comfortable with every breath. The breeze continues moving around your body, around your thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and around through your feet. Now, and with every breath becoming completely and thoroughly comfortable, calm, and at ease. So that now, at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, deeply, deeply relaxed. Deeply relaxed. Begin to notice your connection to the earth and earth energy. Allow it to stabilize and ground you. Also, notice your connection to the energy of the universe. Allow yourself to open and receive the light. Imagine that light coming from above in a tunnel-like, cone-like light of pure positive energy. A stream that flows down through you, flowing within you and all around you. Imagine that this light cleanses and clears, taking away all old energy, like washing away dust, dirt, and debris, releasing all that is no longer needed or wanted. Moving it right out of the body and mind, letting all the old, the past, and the blocks, the stoppages go. Cleanse and clear, cleanse and clear. Let it all go. Once and for all, let it all go. Now, bring your attention to the base of your spine and the lower pelvis. Notice this area as your first chakra. Like a light ball of energy, and the color of this light is red. This chakra represents survival, physical health, sexuality, and security. Notice how you feel in this part of your body, maintaining a steady flow of breathing as you bring to this chakra the energy of the earth, the energy of the universe, cleaning and releasing any tension. This first chakra is associated with the quality of stability. Remember how you feel in your body when you are stable. Imagine the sensations around being connected to the feeling of stability. How do you visualize stability? Let yourself be absorbed in the feeling of stability. Imagine your first chakra simply absorbing the quality and energies of stability. Focus on this first chakra. Ask the light to send stability to your first chakra. Imagine yourself projecting stability and expressing stability in the world. Visualize yourself in perfect health, balanced, with a sense of well-being. Imagine yourself in complete comfort with your sexuality, at ease in your life, and secure. I'm just going to give you about a minute to soak in this energy. Nice. I'm energetically supporting you through this whole process. Now let's go to our second chakra. Focus on the area of your abdomen. Sense the light ball of energy that is orange. Notice how you feel in this part of your body. This is the area of your body where sensuality, moods, and emotions are managed by the energy of the second chakra. Maintain a steady flow of breathing as you bring the energy of the earth and the energy of the universe to this area of your body. Cleanse and clear, release and clear, filling the chakra with the vibrancy of the color orange. The second chakra is associated with the quality spontaneity. Remember how you feel when you are spontaneous. How do you imagine spontaneity? Imagine sensations around being connected to the feeling of being spontaneous. Focus again on your second chakra. Let yourself be absorbed in this feeling of spontaneity. Ask the light to send the quality of spontaneity to your second chakra, and imagine projecting that spontaneity energy into the world as you imagine yourself free, playful, at ease, and natural. I'm just going to give you a minute to absorb all that energy and then project it out for yourself. Don't overthink. Feel what you feel, see what you see, hear what you hear, know what you know. There's no way to do this wrong, and I'm supporting you all the way. Excellent. Okay, now let's move up to our third chakra. As you begin to focus on your solar plexus, the diaphragm, this is your third chakra, where you direct upon and determine your environment. You take charge and create. The color of this light ball of energy is yellow. Notice how you feel in this part of your body. Maintain a steady flow of breathing as you bring the energy of the earth and the universe to this area of your body. Cleanse and clear. Release any tension. Fill the third chakra with the vibrancy of the color yellow. This third chakra is associated with your power. What do you sense about your own power? Imagine the sensations of creatively expressing your power in the world. Let the feeling of your own power be absorbed and feel your power direct your life with confidence, the way you want it to be. Your third chakra now absorbs the fullness of your power. Feel it, know it, be it. Nice. Now let's move up to your fourth chakra. As you turn your attention to your chest area, you may notice that this light ball of energy is green. This is your fourth chakra, which represents love, compassion, and wisdom. Notice how you feel in your chest area. Maintain your steady flow of breathing as you bring the energy of the earth and the universe to this part of your body. Feel what you feel. Know what you know. You got this. Cleanse and clear. No way to do this wrong. Release any tension. Fill the fourth chakra with the vibrancy of the color green. This fourth chakra is associated with the quality of joy. Imagine the sensations around being connected to joy. Where do you notice joy in your life, and how do you express it in the world? Let this feeling of joy fill you. Be open to receiving this energy, and see yourself easily and effortlessly giving and receiving joy. Be aware of the value of yourself, full of love and wisdom. Ask the light to send joy to the fourth chakra and become aware of the fourth chakra's deep well-being filled with love, being filled with joy. Just soak in that energy right now. I'll give you a few moments. Excellent. Now, let's go to our fifth chakra. As you turn your attention next to your throat area, notice the light ball of energy that is blue. This is your fifth chakra, representing your communication abilities with others. Notice how you feel in this area of your throat. Maintain a steady flow of breathing as you bring the energy of the earth and the universe to this part of your body. Cleanse and clear, releasing any tension. Fill your fifth chakra with the vibrancy of the color blue. Soak that in. The fifth chakra's quality is authenticity. Imagine the sensations flowing through you associated with authenticity. Where do you notice authenticity in your life? How do you express it in the world? Let the feeling of being authentic fill you. Imagine yourself communicating easily, effortlessly, and effectively. As the fifth chakra becomes filled with the radiant light of authenticity, free-flowing and clear. Soak this in. I'll give you a few moments to really feel this energy. You got this. Soaking that in. Nice. Now, let's move up to our sixth chakra. Move your concentration to the top of the vertebral column, right inside your head. This is the sixth chakra, which oversees your mind, your imagination, and your ability to see with clarity and perspective. This one's about your inner knowing. Become aware of the light ball of energy that is purple. Notice how you feel in this area of your body. Maintain a steady flow of your breathing as you bring the light energy of the universe and the energy of the earth to this part of your body. Cleanse and clear. Release any tension. Fill the sixth chakra with the vibrancy of the color purple. The quality of this sixth chakra is certainty. Imagine the sensations of certainty flowing through you. Where do you notice certainty in your life? How do you express certainty in your world? Allow this feeling of being certain to fill you. Imagine yourself clear, without confusion, no hesitation, and acknowledge yourself as someone who knows what they know, with clear vision, feeling, inner knowing. Someone who is able to create with imagination and go forward in your life, creating with certainty and confidence. Let the vibrancy of the color purple be brilliant in your sixth chakra. Ask the light to send certainty to your sixth chakra. And I'm going to give you a few moments just to soak in that energy completely and easily. Now, bring your attention and concentration to the area right over the top of your head. This is the 7th chakra, and it allows for your spiritual energy, your spiritual being. The color is white. And this is the chakra that connects you with the universe. Notice how you feel in this area. Maintain a steady flow of breathing as you bring the light energy of the universe through this area, cleanse and clear, release any tension. Release any feelings of separation and solitude. Fill this 7th chakra with this pure white light. And let this light ball of energy grow in intensity. Feel what you feel. The quality of this 7th chakra is communion. How do you express communion in the world? Where do you notice communion in your life? As you feel the chakra, let it nourish your spiritual self. Get in touch with belonging here on earth, your purpose, your knowingness, and your pure intuition. Ask the white light to send the quality of communion to your 7th chakra and enjoy the harmony of trusting yourself. And once again now, focus on your heart. You can put your hands on your heart and accept with love that you are now fully attuned and aligned. You are fully attuned and aligned, feeling safe, feeling confident, feeling connected to your inner wisdom. And now, I'd like you to visualize or imagine yourself at the top of your staircase, that symbolic staircase, with all the chakras balanced and cleansed and cleared, as we deepen and reinforce, beginning with your left foot. Visualize or imagine going down those beautiful, safe, secure steps. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling confident. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Feeling strong, feeling empowered. Any and all negatives have long ago dissipated. As you enter this positive domain, you can sense your energy has been purified, your chakras have been enhanced on all levels of mind and body activity. Everything is working together now for your positive benefit and forward movement in your life. Feel what you feel, know what you know, see what you see, hear what you hear. You got this. You are cleansed, you are cleared. You will go forward with confidence, clarity, security, empowerment, communion, and love. As we come up and out of this journey for today, with everything reinforced, and you're feeling cleansed, purified, and ready for your day. I'm going to count from 0 to 5 as we come up and out. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake. Say your first name out loud if you need to. Eyes open, wide awake. Say your first name out loud.
Wow, I needed that. That felt really, really good. release some overthinking, and just work on seeing where that takes us. So I'm going to wrap up this podcast. I'm sending you all a great big hug and a blessing. Check out the Instagram and Facebook for the energy clearing. I'm doing more stuff on overthinking because I feel like it's very, very rampant right now, and we could use some more support. So hugs, and I hope the rest of your week is amazing.
You have been listening to Psychic Cowgirl Radio with Shannon Lackman. Practical, insightful conversations to empower you on your personal journey. To connect with Shannon directly, visit psychiccowgirl.com. That's PsychiccCowgirl.com.